Hey, what's up guys? Matt here with Fix Anything Save Money. Today we're going to be showing you how to fix a leaky faucet. This is the faucet in my bathroom, and the maker of this faucet is Pfister. It's spelled P-F-I-S-T-E-R. I think I'm saying that name right. So we're just going to be showing you how to diagnose which one of these is leaking, and then we're going to show you how to fix it. So on mine right now, I have a very slow cold water drip. I know that because I've already tested it, but in order to find that out, what I had to do and what I recommend you guys do is you're going to want to turn the hot and cold water off. So what you're going to want to do is turn the cold water off first, and if your faucet's still leaking, then you know the hot water needs to be replaced, and vice versa. If you turn the hot water off and your faucet's still leaking, then you know the cold water needs to be replaced. So I turned off the hot water, it was still leaking, so I know it's the cold water. So I'll show you guys. This is underneath my vanity. I had to remove this drawer right here, and that gave me access to the shutoffs. So we'll just turn these off, and then we'll come back up to the faucet and just turn them on. You can see our water's off. So now we can get into the repair. And for this repair, there's tiny little screws and washers that you could lose. So I recommend just putting a rag or paper towels down over the drain just so nothing falls in. And then the tools that we're going to use for this, I'll put a link in the description on where you could buy all this. If you're new to DIY stuff and you don't have a whole lot of tools, you could pick these up right from the links in the description or in the comments. I'll put them in both. These are metric and these are standard Allen wrenches. These are channel locks, and this is just a Phillips head screwdriver. So you won't need both of these, but there's no way of knowing what this little screw in here is going to be. So I just bring out both, but I do know for my faucet, it's going to use a 3/32 Allen key, this one right here. That one right there is my 3/32. So yeah, let's get right into the repair here. So if you'll notice, when this handle is turned in the off position, it gives you access to this Allen screw right here. So we're just going to take our Allen wrench, put it in, and rotate it counterclockwise. And these aren't very large screws. And this is where the rag comes in handy, because this is easy to drop. So you can see here, there's our little screw. And now our handle is going to lift straight up. So we could set that off to the side. And now this is where we're going to use our channel locks. I mean, you could remove this decorative stuff. This is the little decorative cap. But the thing that we're after, this also unscrews, but that's not really necessary. But we can unscrew it just so you guys can see the different parts. But this little brass ring right here, that's what we want to unscrew, and then it's going to let us lift this cartridge out. So that's where we're going to take our channel locks, and we'll show you that. So we're just going to take our channel locks, and we're going to rotate. We're just going to latch on just to these top threads right here. And then that's going to loosen up. And then we'll take this nut out. And then I always like to set things down the same way they're going to go back on, just so you don't get confused. And now you can see we have this cartridge here. This screw right here, well, we can take the cartridge right out. Okay, so you can see that screw right there. Some of the new ones come with this screw already, but just to be safe, hold on to this. I mean, you're probably going to have your new one already before you do this, so you're not sitting here with a, you know, an empty faucet. But this part will unscrew, and then you could thread it on. The piece that you're going to buy kind of just looks like that. Some of them come with this screw, but this just fits into the handle. This just fits into this handle right here. So yeah, you're going to pretty much remove this piece. Then you would take it again, put your piece back in. And you can see we have a little bit of standing water that just came out. So we're just going to put our new piece back in. And then we're just going to put our brass nut back on. And what I like to do with this is just hand tighten it. We could put this piece back on. And that literally just sits there hand tight. You don't need to tighten that any further. We could put our decorative piece back on. And now, sometimes this will get a little twisted, and when you go to put the handle back on, the handle won't sit right. You could see my handle is kind of cocked back further than it should. So what you could do is just turn the water and just kind of gently move it by hand until it's straight. So there you can see it looks even with the other one. And now that we know that's even, the handle's turning the right way, we could take this one back off. And this is where we're going to tighten down our nut with the channel locks. And we just want to snug this up, because we could actually, if we're tightening this too much, we could actually twist this again. But we'll tighten this down, and then we'll put the handle back on and just test it and make sure that nothing moved and that the handle still is seated the correct way. And you could see it actually did move a little bit. So all we're going to do is just give it a little press that way. And there you go. Now you can see the handles are maybe a little bit this way. Now the handles are flush with each other. So now we could put our screw back in. And this is where that rag comes in handy, because if you accidentally drop this little screw like I just did, it's going to catch on the rag and it's not going to go down your drain and then create more work. So we're just going to tighten this clockwise. Okay, and just give it one last look over, and we could see our handles are flush with each other. And then the next step is just going to be to remove the rag. We'll turn our water back on. And then we're just going to test it out and make sure there's no leaks. Okay guys, so you can see there's no leaks on our faucet. Everything's working again. So if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, if this video helped you and if you liked it, be sure to like it, subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow. It helps me to create more content. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.